He went number one in the shower with me in it, and that was the last straw. Let me explain. I met this guy a couple weeks ago. We went on a few dates and started off hot and heavy. We were together all the time, and as corny as it sounds, I felt like I finally met my Prince Charming. He slept over at my apartment for the first time last night, and it was amazing. He didn't snore, he fell asleep with his arm around me, and we had the best time. I'll admit I was anxious about having him spend the night because we've only known each other a few weeks, but it just felt right, and I'm so glad I went for it in the moment. In the morning, I said I was going to run a shower and that he should join me. He went in the shower first, and when I got in, he was going number one in my shower. I didn't want to be a prude because I really liked this guy, but it was so gross. The thing is, the water pressure in my apartment is really low, so we were literally standing in it. I might throw up just talking about it. I really liked this guy, so I tried to play it off as a joke. Then I asked him, "Are you really going number one in my shower?" I told him to stop and get out, but he kept going. I don't know if it was some macho thing or if he really had to go that bad, but he wouldn't stop when I asked him. So it literally starting to build up past our toes and toward our ankles. I have a small shower. The drain could probably use a good cleaning, and the water pressure wasn't doing us any favors. As soon as he was done, I kicked him out and he acted like I was the crazy person. He said that everyone does it and that I was being a prude. But here I was thinking, we were about to get frisky in the shower and he's in there going number one instead. I'm sorry, but that was a giant red flag for me. I told him my bathroom stinks now and he needs to get out. When he saw how serious I was, he begged to stay so we could work things out, but the damage was already done. I told him to put his clothes on and go. When he asked if he would ever see me again, I just said doubtful and slammed the door in his face. I like this guy so much, but I can't put up with someone who does that. If you're alone, that's one thing. But when I'm literally in the shower with you, I'm standing in a huge puddle, and you keep going after I ask you to stop. That's not just gross, that's blatant disrespect. Later that day, I got together with a few of my friends and told them what happened. And this is where things got even crazier. I was expecting all of them to be on my side, but a few of them actually sided with him. I thought my eyes were going to pop out of my head. "Are you serious?" I asked them, and they were like, "Everyone does it. And while it was kind of gross to do it with someone else in there, it's not something I should have dumped him over." That's when I started to think that I seriously needed new friends, because apparently mine are freaks and like doing gross stuff in the shower. After talking to my friends and realizing I needed a new friend group, I had over 20 texts from him. He kept asking if we could meet up and talk this out, but all I could hear was the sound of him going number one in my shower. But then I started going back and forth about it in my head. I hadn't really dated anyone seriously in over 3 years, and I was tired of being alone. But was that really enough to overlook what he did? On the surface, he was almost perfect. He opened the car door for me. He took me on amazing dates like rock climbing, walks in the park, and we were talking about going on a road trip up and down the coast. He was funny, kind, and I truly believe he brought out the best in me. Was I really going to throw all of that away for one little incident, no matter how gross it was? I finally agreed to meet him for coffee so we could talk about what happened. But that's when things got even worse. While he was apologizing like crazy over text, when he met up in person, he was still acting like I was the crazy one. It's like he was two different people. The apologetic one on the phone and the stubborn one in person, who refused to admit what he did was super gross. At one point, he looked me dead in the eye and said, "What do you want from me? I'm a guy. When I gotta go, I go. Doesn't matter when or where." Who knows, maybe he's like a dog trying to mark his territory, but that territory isn't going to be my shower or anywhere in my apartment. I asked him what's next. Is he going to start going number one in the bed if he really has to go and doesn't want to get up and use the bathroom? Is he going to start going number one outside or in the car? Where does the madness end? When he refused to be apologetic in person, I ended it once and for all. I told him to never call or text me ever again. Just when I thought all of this was over, it took a turn I could have never expected. A few weeks had passed and I started dating another guy named Jeremy. We were on our third date, just out grabbing some food, when I saw him out of the corner of my eye. I wanted to get up and run, and I definitely would have if I was alone, but I thought it might weird out the guy I had just started dating. So instead, I prayed that shower guy didn't see us. Just when I thought we were in the clear, he came up to our table, introduced himself to my new man, and then bent over and whispered something in his ear. Jeremy's eyes looked like they were going to pop out of his head. Then his face turned white as a ghost, and he made this lame excuse about how he had to go. Then he literally got up and left. What in the heck happened? As he was leaving, shower guy started cracking up. What in the world did you tell him? I asked furiously. And with a huge smile on his face, he said, I told him that you love to go number one in the shower, and that you did it with me in there, and you wouldn't stop no matter how many times I begged. Then I told him that your bathroom reeks, and that he should get up and run away unless he's into that kind of thing. A bright red rage filled my face, and that's when I went nuclear on him. I slapped him so hard across the face that it almost knocked him over. After that, it was on. I started punching and hitting him as hard as I could until security came over and literally had to pull me off of him. Thank goodness they did, because who knows what I would have done to that man. Actually, he's not even a man. He's a 26-year-old boy. I haven't seen him since, but part of me wants to plot my revenge, because not only did he ruin things with a great guy that I was really interested in, he also ruined things with me. I really liked him at first until everything went south. Seriously, I'm going to have nightmares about this for the rest of my life. But now I don't know what to think. Were my friends right? Was I making a big deal out of something that everyone does? I trust my instincts, and they told me to get this man out of my life, but maybe I was being too uptight. It's also gross that I don't even want to think about it anymore. But now, whenever I meet a new guy, I have flashbacks of what happened. It's like a bad dream that's following me around in real life. I'm worried that if I get close to another guy, he might do something like this, and I'll be back to being alone. They say dating is harder these days, and things like this don't make it any easier. Who knows, maybe I'll just be a crazy cat lady and stay single forever. At least my cats won't do that to me in the shower.